I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Peace and safety to the hopefully elect. All the Akim scattered across the four corners, pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. This is another edition of Drop the Mic. And what I'm going to drop the mic on in this lesson is that globe theory. All right, you have guys amongst Israel, all right, teaching the globe theory, man, when the scriptures don't support that, man. All right, basically, that's witchcraft, that's magic pushed by NASA, which means deceiver, all right, to deceive the people. And like I say, you got guys amongst Israel that's pushing this globe theory, all right, basically teaching doctrines of devils, man, all right, because that's part of the image of the beast. Because NASA was set up by the so-called white man to confuse the masses, man. Basically to be contrary to the scriptures, okay? And you got these guys whose mind is seared with a hot iron, man. All right, refuse to be corrected. All right, claim that guys who teach contrary to the globe theory is changing up the doctrine. All right, when from the beginning, this is what the scriptures have always stated. It's just this one West and wicked shepherds and wicked guys bringing these heresies, man. All right, bringing in these damnable heresies, which they was taught by their elders. All right, and it's not supported by precepts, man, by the scriptures at all. All right, and recently you had one particular congregation, Church of Yahawah. YAHAWAH Shai, the Church of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, stated in one of his videos that the flat earth was brought up by Esau, and now, you know, those who teach the flat earth is basically following Esau when it's the opposite way around, man. NASA set up this globe theory, this galaxy, such as planets, all right, taught you guys about gravity, all right, when gravity don't exist, man, all right. I challenge any one of you guys to go in the scriptures and find gravity, man, all right. I challenge any one of you guys to go in the scriptures and show me where gravity exists, all right. That was a lie perpetuated by the so-called white man through NASA, which means deceiver, all right. So the globe is just a theory, man. It's not scriptural, all right? And by you believing in that globe theory, you believe that Esau, the so-called white man, has been outside the firmament, all right? You believe that the earth rotates around the sun, all right? And all kind of madness that was taught by NASA that was pushed upon the people through NASA, which means deceiver. This is these guys' doctrine, man. And basically dealing with the image of the beast, this is what these guys are teaching, man. All right, doctrines of devils. And without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to prove to you through this quick lesson, let's drop the mic. I'm going to drop the mic on any one of these camps, man, that believe in that globe theory. All right, because it's not supported through the scriptures. In the first scripture I want to get is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 22. It says, "It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in." All right. Now we all know a tent is basically somewhere you dwell in. All right. It's a dome-like shape. All right. And it sits on the flat surface. All right. So the Lord just describes the earth as being a tent. Okay. Like I said, we all know what a tent look like. All right. We all know what a tent look like. It's a dome-shaped covering. All right. On a flat surface. Okay. So that's your first clue. I'm going to get the next precept. Let's go back and look up Salakia. Go back and look up this word tent. Okay. And as you can see, it says a tent, a dwelling home, a habitation. It says covering. All right. Just like the firmament is a covering. All right. And I'm going to prove that to you, man. All right. So the Lord described the earth as a tent to dwell in. All right. We're in the firmament. Okay. And the next precept I want to get is Isaiah 22 and verse 18 to prove a point, because these guys said that when you look up that word circle, all right, and you see sphere, mainly in the blue letter, is not in the Strong's definition, in the blue letter. And this is what these guys based that whole globe theory on, the word sphere. All right. But in Isaiah 22 and 18, it says he will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball. Okay. So this word ball here, to show you that, I read this to show you that in the Hebrew, it is a word for ball. All right. It is a word for ball. So if the earth is a spinning water ball, in Isaiah 40 and 22, when it says circle, why didn't they use the word ball? Okay. It's a word for ball in the Hebrew, and it's used in the same book, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 22. All right. So if the earth was in fact a sphere in Isaiah 40 and 22, that they would have used the word ball, man. All right. But they did not. They used the word circle. All right. They described it as a tent. All right. A covering. All right. This is the purpose of the firmament. The firmament is the covering. All right. And I'm going to prove to you that the firmament, that tent that the Lord spoke of, is basically he referred to the firmament as the tent, man, that we dwell in. So I'm going to get the next precept. Let me finish reading this. It says, he surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country. There shall thou die, and there the chariots of the glory shall be shame of the Lord's house. All right. And the point I wanted in that is just dealing with the ball. So now, let's get the next precept in the book of Ezekiel to show you what's outside the firmament, man. Is there planets? All right. Is there planets? This is Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 20. And it says, and above the firmament there was over their heads. And this is what the prophet Isaiah was describing in Isaiah 40 and 22. All right. This is a visual. He's giving you a visual of what he was describing, a more clearer visual of what he was describing in Isaiah 40 and 22. Okay. It says, and above the firmament that was over the heads was the likeness of a throne. Above the firmament. All right. Not in the tent, but above the tent, above the circle. All right. And we know that firmament divides what? The water from above from the waters below. All right. So it says, and above the firmament that was over their heads was a likeness of a throne, as the appearance of sapphire stone, and upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above it. Above the firmament. Okay. Above the tent. All right. That the people, that the inhabitants of the earth dwell in. All right. YAHAWAH throne, Salaka, Yahweh's throne is above the firmament. Okay. Now let's get the next precept to prove that further. In the book of Genesis, let's go to the beginning, chapter 1 and verse 7. It says, and God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which was above the firmament. So it was. All right. So that's a clear separation. Okay. So let's jump down to verse 14. And it says, and the power said, let there be lights in the firmament inside the tent. Okay? Inside of the tent, not outside the tent. Okay? So let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night. And let it be for signs, for seasons, and for days and years. So we know now that the sun, the moon, the stars, which are the lights, are in the firmament. All right? Are in the tent. Okay? Not above the firmament. All right? So let's jump down to verse 20. And it says, and the power said, let the waters bring forth abundantly moving creatures that have life, and the fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament. Inside the firmament, man. All right? The same place where the lights are at. In the firmament of the heavens. Okay? So let's jump down to verse 21. And the power created great wells. And when you read this whole chapter, the trees, all the trees and all the greenery and the grass, all that the Lord placed in the firmament. Okay? So we jumping down to verse 20. It says, and God created, and the power created great wells, and every living creature that moveth with the waters bringeth forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after their kind. And God saw it was good. So basically all this is in the firmament, man. Okay? Only thing that's outside the firmament, according to Ezekiel 126, is the throne of the Lord, man. Okay? So we're not a spinning water ball. All right? As you can see in Isaiah 22, it's a word for ball, man, and it's not described as the earth, man. Okay? That's a private interpretation, man. All right? That was pushed through NASA, man, and got you guys confused. All right? And I hope you brothers was edified. With that, I'm going to say shalom.